Welcome to the YouTube to whoop some butts.
Metro City downtown. Survivalist, heroic tigerist. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm doing right with this. Journey's young, super hard. Call me crazy, but you was not my psychiatrist.
You not solo on that first.
This is gonna be a
Nice long.
5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? Both sides looking for an opening. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Goes for the throw. Knockdown. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Knockdown. Left off a projectile to waste time. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 1 chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Jump. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. KO.
Motherfucker.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Projectile to try and change the situation. Both fighters are looking for a way to drive rush to keep it going. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Okay, creating some space here. Jumps up. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge go. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Throws them to negate the block. Sneaks in above. Going in. Ooh, the opponent thought they had the high hand with that air attack, but they're about to get crushed. A quick breather. Looking for a chance. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. A drive impact could end it all here. A jump. Let loose a boom. Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Oh, burnout triggered. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. You've got to be mindful of drops them hard. Player 1 has depleted. They're going for the super art. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What's the play here? Blocks the jump in. Both fighters' drive gauges are empty. Let's see how this affects the neutral game. Both fighters are low on drive gauge. They'll want to tread carefully for this part of the fight. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Had the radar up and running. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Both players on life support, but that drive dip, oh, burnout triggered. Each hit is so important here. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage.
This is my chance.
Finishes with the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Overdrive Hadouken. Parries the projectile. Now what's the drive rush to keep it going? Player springs forward with the drive rush. Pokes with a medium kick. That's some big juicy damage on that count. Hits him with a stop and block. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Miraculous grab. A drive impact to end. Links it. Throws him. Knockdown and manages to goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. A lot of pressure building up here. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Will they go all in without drive? That corner is starting to look scary. Ah! They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? Getting in all on the drive rush. Gets the corner switch. It might be and whip. What a finish!
That is us.
Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Now, find a new rival.
Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Show me your strength. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Player one, with the life lead, lays on the pressure with the projectile. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. What are they thinking here? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean KO. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The jump-in is denied. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Doesn't miss a beat, experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Player two has an empty drive, charges forward. Barely blocks the jump-in. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning it. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. It reads the throw and escapes. And whips! They're wide open. Their spacing is so on point right now, but that's not gonna hit. High Tiger Shot charges up the plasma. The super doesn't hit. Player two is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Checks with the low Tiger Shot. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Hunt tries to make something happen with an overdrive on it. What now? Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Links it! Any mistake here, what's this Shinju Hado gonna do? Both sides getting crushed. Oh, that's it on the fireball! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Chucks him with a projectile. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player one has been really leaning on that drive gauge. What's the play here? Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Holds out with the block. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. I can't keep track of these corner switches. What's their game plan here if this critical heats it up with a combo into super? Getting into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike and take the round. Player 1 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within range to win this round. Mixing it up with low tiger shot. Lots of distance here as both fighters look for an opening. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Crunchy tiger! Are we going to see some fireworks here? The grab misses. Burnout activates. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Overdrive a Shogeki for more damage. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key.
Special.
A drive impact that crowns them from above. Knockout, and this can lead to some big damage.
Come on, man. I grabbed
Player
him.
1 has depleted their drive, adds a bit of OG's flatline zone.
I'm not sitting there.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
I'm not hitting off on me.
Rattle and hums with a tiger knee. Jumps in. Match just started. Blocks the low kick. Links in. Connects with the throw. What's next? Sets up with the jump in. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Great job in escaping them. Absolutely relentless. In with the cross. These guys are not giving machine and Shogeki to push forward. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Zoning with a low tiger shot. All in with a rush. Oh, burnout. Do they mean to do that? Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Low tiger. A real test of nerves here. They are not getting close to each other. I called it! I called it! Tiger cannon! Rattle and hums with a tiger throw is denied. What a read! Player 1 can't use any drive tools. Gotta play it safe. Adds a bit of OD spice. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Gets it the perfect fireball with cross up attack.
Got it,
It's over. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. We're in for something special right here, right now.
Interest. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Nothing but air for the impact. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 with the life lead. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Goes for the surprise rush in. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Can't protect the throw. Taking stock. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Okay, creating some space here. Does a good job of pushing back. Goes for the super art? Alright, what's coming up next? Player 2 turned this right around with that super. Both fighters are barely hanging in there, but someone's gotta act. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but they decide to play it safe? I think they want to calm things down and reset the pace. Will we see a drive impact? Burnout activate.
Damn, I knew I shouldn't have.
Player 2 in there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Opt for Shadow Rise. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Fires off in overdrive. Player 2 chases them down. Shadow Rise inbound. Going in with Devil's Reverse. Hits him with a stop and
What the
pop.
fuck you on?
Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Burnout activates. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. What'll happen here? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Looking for a chance. Jump. This can lead to some big damage. Quick breather. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Noticeable life lead. Whoa! Critical art now? This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. What's next? Add some flatlines in. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Jump! Wow, Saturn waited for this opening. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Jumps up. Snug in the breadbasket. There's the burnout. Player sets up with the jump in. Amazing, solid anti-air. Connects
Hey,
with
come
the
on.
throw.
There you go with this
Okay,
shit.
here we go. Jumps. Here comes the corner pressure. That corner is starts this and leads to some big damage. Oh, here we go. We just saw the heist of the century. Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage
The
of
being
drama.
verified thing.
Motherfuckers just started cheating and shit.
Versus online. Chun-Li. First online. Greatest match. Practice versus one-on-one. Practice training. Famous beat.
I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond and I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned what I learned. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man.
Wonderful.
The bin verified thing, remember we paid $1. So this a month over there.
Castle.
Another fight is coming your way.
Damn, man. Fuck, bro.
Training. Famous beast.
Super hard headed.
Here comes a new challenger. You must crush them.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Like my video.
Ready? Then show me.
Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The combo's there. Player 1 with the life lead goes for the throw.
Right.
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. A nice chunky combo. Can they keep up the assault? Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win. To come from the brink like that? What a comeback. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Nails the anti-air. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Yo, kicking off their facial features with the Hyoku-sen. Rattles them with a spinning bird. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Both fighters planning something? Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
I say 3 likes,
Changes
so
the pace with an
somebody
air
else
dare.
liked it too.
Got some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Alright, what's coming up next? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Takes a trip. The jump in is denied. Neither of them willing to back off here. Hazanshu threw him off with the overhead. Knockdown. Takes a big gamble and rips up
Oh,
KO.
he walked right into it.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Looks to drop a foot. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Gets carried to the corner. Spinning bird kick. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Quick experiencing burnout. Reaches out with a lightning kick. Good decision with that throw. Player 2 knocked them out of the air. Oh, they switch sides. Dangerous range here. Are we going to see a comeback here? Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? One player is on for the critical arm. Tracks them with a critical. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. What a read with that anti-air. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Open, pops him hard. The drive impact doesn't work. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Both slick overdrive cancel there to call them out. Throw Fete. Good miss there. Snares him with a Ron Fete. All the throw
Man, come
connects.
on.
Target combo.
Grabbing
into-
shit.
That's gonna leave him rattled. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. You need guts to pull that off. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps in. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Backs them into the corner. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. That drive impact is blocked. Good job blocking the jump. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Can't tech the throw. Neither of them willing to back off here. The jumping is denied.
Man, come on.
Oh! Picture
Damn, they
punish counter. Keeps them guessing with that thing. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? A drop
Gotta
is too
stop
much.
fucking jumping, man.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Sticks the jump in. Transverse. The hit throw connects. Connects with the transverse to boost
Come
the metal.
on, man. Let me fucking
Player
hit
2
this.
will look to apply pressure here. Scrapping it out up close.
Oh, shit.
Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Blocks the impact. Drops him hard. This unleashes some big damage. Connects with the throw. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Their spacing is so... The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
I fucked that up myself. I could have won the whole fucking shit.
Here comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Ready?
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Jump in, finds the mark. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Taking stock. The jump in is denied. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Neither fighter can rely on their drive anymore. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike and take the round. They kept a close eye on the skies and it paid off. Good reactions there. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Gets the combo. Spinning bird kick burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Yo, put that away. Knockdown and player 1 can build off this lead. Blocks the impact. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Superb reactions on display. A quick breather. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna brush that off and keep going? Serving them a severe beatdown, and the fun's just starting. going in. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Don't underestimate me.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. It looks like they want to put a new spin on things with their fireball. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Doing some quick planning? Pokes with a medium kick. Grabs and throws them away. A quick breather. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player one is barely hanging on to their last and yo! Rock super hit! Both sides getting ready. Player one is looking at a grip. The drive impact doesn't work. Poses them with the kicks. Nice fireball. What are they gonna do? Now they can use drive. Super hard to show off what a PhD and fighters can do for you. A real test of nerves here. Sticks out a kick. Oh, the drive impact hits for a punish.
Damn.
The cage right there. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Is it over? Will they survive? Shut up! No one could have called that. Player two was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Brushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. There's a punch.
Man, they not letting me
This
hit
can lead
him,
to something
man.
very big if they can capitalize. Big counter. Strings with a super art connect. Okay, creating some space here. Feeling out the spacing. KO.
Hold on.
Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Misses the driving down to the wire. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. It's a good spot to use the super. Yo, kicking off their facial features with the Hayokusen. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. How will they manage their drive gauges? Shoots off a fireball up close. G-right kick for a mix-up. Player one can't use any drive moves without burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout, brushes that off and keeps going. They got the meter for a drive-in, uses the gauge for a super. Shifu Jinraikutu! This is gonna take a chunk! Both sides getting ready. Who will set the bait at this range? Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Oh my God, what the closes it out! Player two is a force to be reckoned with.
Challenger.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Backs them into the corner. Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Player two has the life lead. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Was looking for that jump attack. Drive gauge finally recovers. That drive impact is blocked. Knockdown. Grabs him. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one will have to fight back here without any drive. Goes for the head press. A quick breather.
Damn, man, this thing keep jumping, dog.
Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Rattles them with a burnout trigger. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Both fighters planning something? Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Super arts on deck for both fighters. Taps the zone. Spinning bird kick. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? They return to center stage. Vintage. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in for this one. Who will come out on top in this final round? Jumps in. Player one drops below on gauge stock, but a good call to take that round. All in with a rush. They can't squander this punish counter. The unlimited cycle crush. Free history lesson. This move always hurts. Lands the super. Time for dessert. There's the burnout. Player one is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Fights back with authority. Lynching. What a finish. Player two is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Can they use the corner amount of comeback? What's the play here? Good anti-air. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Their drive gauge was running low, but they use an overdrive art anyway just to show they're not gun-shy. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art gauge. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Takes a trip. Smart throw, that'll do more damage than usual. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. That drive impact is blocked. Opts for Shakaster zone. Baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player one will have to fight back here without any drive. Closing moments of the match to come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player two has the meter lead. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. What'll happen here? Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. You've got to be mindful of reach going in with double reverse. They were expecting that drive impact. Both fighters planning something? Tags them and takes the W. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Drive rush to keep it going.
They're not let.
The throw. Escape stopped it on the stop. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Nothing stops this train. They're in range. We gonna see a jump fix up. Jump. What? Anti-air. Devil's reverse. They trade hits. Rushes in. Switch sides. Anti-air in the front.
They're not letting me
Player
touch
one
this
is in a
thing.
very good spot. How did they anticipate that jump in? Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Back to Ryu. Go ahead, Ryu. You want to be doing that shit.
Versus online. Ryu. Practice training. Davis beat.
I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm letting the rhyme and I'm writing the pressure.
As I command
Been
the
trying me,
state.
I learned on my lesson. Fists of mine. The ring of thunder. Another fight is coming your way.
It's a fucking mirror match.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireball. No go for the throw. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Hits the back throw, looking to set something up to get more damage. Knockdown. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Well-timed corner switch. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. All right, what's coming up next? Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Life lead opens up. One chance here may end this match. Will this super art connect? That's not gonna hit. Zones with the... They saw the chip KO on the table. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Throws them to negate
They
the
can keep
block.
grabbing, dog.
Player two will look to apply pressure here. Big throws. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Uses the fireball to try and get a
How the
reaction.
fuck my ink going down
Manages
that
to block the
fast?
jump-in attack. Throws them. What now? Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Uses the gauge for a super art. Oh, a burnout. Did they mean to do that? Player one sets up with the jump-in. Ooh, what a smart throw. They gotta dig down deep here. What's this Shikuhado gonna do? What were they thinking? Who will send them chisels them down? Player two showed they are truly the best of the best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. From low heavy to... Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. What's the play here? The pace is slowed considerably. Who will make the first move? Player one is just about out of drive after that. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Oh, whiffs the throw. Takes a trip. Player two creates a good corner KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps in. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Ooh, wants to hit it big here with a super arm. Jumps. There's a change of sides. Going in. Clint hits him with a stop and bop. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Drive boosted Hadou. Gets the jump in. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Can this drive bring them back? Player 2 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? Can they create an opportunity? Oh my god, what a throw set! Flatline zone. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open uses their drive gauge. The last round is now or never. Grabs and throws them away.
Come on, man. How the fuck is he stopping my grab, man? Let's
doing that pretty shit. Good situation. Drive rush to keep it going. Our fighters are at a standstill. Sets up with the jump in. Can this drive bring them back? Shakes things up with a fireball. Their genius read with that throw escape. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do is burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 is looking at a grip. There's a burnout. What's next? Cross-up attack. Oh man, this is a scary range. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out, but the fire still blazes. They're recovered. Clutch anti-air. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Now they can use drive. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player 2 is in a huge chance after that wall splat. Doesn't set the throw. Player 1 comes away with the win.
This is mine. Thunder.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Let us round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Who's going to break the silence first? Who's it gonna be? Both sides looking for an opening. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art gauge. Who's gonna make a move? Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop him. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Okay, we're at the halfway point now. We're at the halfway point of the round, and both fighters should be well past the warm-up phase. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? Sees it coming and blocks it out. Close them. What's next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? There's only 20 seconds remaining. Not much time left in this round. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Life lead opens up. There's only 10 seconds left. This is the final push. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Medium kick hit. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Hit them with a stop and pop.
Man, come on, man. I pushed my shit first.
A drive impact could end it up. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Pulls out the big guns with a snowcan ground smash. I never get tired of seeing this. Here it comes. What a reaction to go air to air. Knockdown and connect with medium kick. Taking chunks out of each other here. Closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to find out the win? Jumps in. Barely blocks the jump in. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Somehow manages to block the jump in. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Seeing that show gets in to push forward. Super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. That corner is starting to look scary. Crowns him from above.
What the fuck, man?
Connects. Looking for a hole. Gotta do better than that. Jump. This is gonna hurt. Player 1 can't use any drive-through. Gotta play it safe. Answers with a fireball. It is over. Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
This sublime. Surrender thunder.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Throws him down. Shows the overhead. Goes for an overhead. Player 2 used the life lead. What is he thinking here? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Okay, creating some space here. Anything could happen here. Life lead opens up. KO! Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything brushes that off and keeps going. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. How's this round going to develop? Player 2 has the meter lead. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Experiencing burnout. Time to reassess the situation? Jumps up, knocks them out of the air. This is gonna flatlines them. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Drops them. Breaks the block with a throw. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Player's overhead attack. Player 2 has the super gate clutch plus anti-air. Finds the target. Crowns him from above.
Man, come on, man. This he glitching. He doing the Wi-Fi glitching.
Getting up close and personal. Jump. Putting the cherry on top. I can't believe it. The reaction's on display. Player 2 can't use any solid anti-air. Opens them right up. Player 2 was dead.
Fucking running that shit.
Fists of mine. Surrender thunder. Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, look at that shit. Oh, so tasty.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round one.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Who's it gonna be? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Player 2 with the life lead. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. We've got both sides without a drive gauge. How will they overcome this? One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. This is a real back and forth match this time. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Throws them to negate the block. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. High tiger shot to try something. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fire. Jumps? Anything could happen with this super art connect. Perfect time to spend the meter. Oh, burnout trigger! Spin the cash to let loose a tiger cannon. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive.
Come on, he ain't even got nothing to do that shit with.
Sick combo. Amazing.
Shit, they be cheating,
With a
man.
good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Goes for the jump in to start. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Mixing it up with low tiger. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? High tiger shot springs forward with the drive rush. Will we see a drive impact? Grabs and throws them away. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Sets up with the jump in. Are we what a
Oh,
finish?
don't be fucking slow, man. This shit.
Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Coming through. That was a solid anti-air. Gets a chance with that jump in. What's the play here? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Holds out with the block. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Gets the jump in. The counter is blocked.
Come on, man.
Like he brings out the super.
It's a fun nerve.
How is this gonna work out for them? Fires off a
Okay,
shoot.
so.
Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jumps in. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? The overhead's good. Knockdown and player 2 can build off this lead. Checks with the low tiger shot. A drive impact could end it all here. Going on the offensive, mixing it up with low tiger shot. Ah, burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. The overhead connects. Both fighters planning something? They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. A quick breathing adds a bit of OD spice. Crunchy tiger knee. They push their way out of the corner. All in with a rush. All the throw connects. They're in with unloads a massive tiger cannon. What were they thinking? Fires off the shoot. What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's
Fists of mine. Surrender thunder. challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Who's going to make a move? Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Who's it going to be? Both fighters are low on drive gauge. They'll want to tread carefully for this part of the fight. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Throws him down. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Throws him. What's next? Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Neither of them willing to back off here. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. They're not experiencing burnout. Anything could happen here. Jump? The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player one can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge.
Damn, man.
With the throw. Hitting him with a sword. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Left off a projectile to waste time. Player one had a hard time managing their drive gauge last round, and I'm sure they're aware that they need to start attacking. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player one, burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. An OD cycle uppercut puts them on the rope. Blocks the low heavy, and jumps in. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. The big flex, the broken jaw, Shin Shoryuken!
What's wrong? Get up!
Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Player two is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Back finds the target. Going in, tries to act quickly but with the attack. Player two holding on to that corner until her burnout. Did they mean to do that? They gotta go. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player one flatlines them. Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Misses the drive impact. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Starts with a jump in. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Big trouble here. The stun is going to leave them defenseless. Player two chases them down. Throws them to negate the block. The grab misses. Knockdown.
I'm grabbing him, man. Grab him, man.
It's getting tense. The pressure is so intense here. Burnout activates. Jumps in. Can't tech the throw. Player two will look to finishes it with the anti-air. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Misses the drive impact. Jumps. Tries him open with a Shoryuken. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player one can build off his lead. A quick breather. Player one has an empty drive lead. This is a very precarious situation. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Crowns him from above. Off for the critical arm. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical arm to deal the cash money damage they need. Oh my god, clutch block at the air. Shift before the win. Final round. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has find out the win. Who's going to thinking cap overdrive Shoryuken? Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Solid anti-air. Crowns them from above. Somehow manages to block the jump in. What are they gonna do? Knock them out of the air. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Connects with the throw. Player 1 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. That back row was huge. It's getting it all on the drive rush. Checking with the fireball. How will the drive impact misses? And whiffs. They're wide open. Looking for a hook in with the crosser. What now? They're hurt. Big Shot wants this shit to have a
Bitch.
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Fists of mine. Don't let the thunder. Fists of mine. Don't let the thunder. No escape. Shit. What's wrong? Get up. Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. That was a solid anti-air. Good anti-air. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Can't tech the throw? Knockdown. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Grabs them? Taking stock. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hot. Pries them open with a Shoryuken. Going in, neither fighter can land the deciding hit. Shoots off a fireball up close. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Player 2 creates a good hook. Shinku Hadouken wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 1 spent the super art to take the last round, but how will they handle the meter deficit? Scrapping drive rush to keep it going. Quick breather. Player 1 is dominating this match. Shinku Hadouken! The super doesn't hit. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Both fighters planning something? Blocks! XKO!
Goodbye.
Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Nice video. Saving it. I enjoy